Yep, this is my ceiling all over my stairs. A nice surprise that I came home to from my cruise. All because I left out one little detail of my home prep before I left. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my checklist of home prep and one thing I definitely will not leave off before I leave for my cruise next time. Hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Tiffany with TP's Travels, and I thought I had my home prep down to a science. After I pack up and I get everything ready, luggage by the door, I like to go through and prep my home, make sure that my home is ready before I leave for my cruise. Left off one thing, so let's talk about it. Number one on my list, a day or two before we go on our cruise, I like to make sure the kitchen is clean and everything in the refrigerator is cleaned out. So everybody has to eat everything in the refrigerator or it's going out. We don't want to come home to any science experiments. Now I do have a neighbor or somebody who will come by and take my trash down to the street if we're going to be gone during trash day or anything like that, and then bring the trash can back up, just so that also my trash is not sitting in my trash can for a week or two while we're gone. Number two on my list is I like to check my timer. Make sure that my timers are set for any lights. I do have sprinklers, so definitely go through, check your timers, make sure they're good to go. Number three is checking water faucets and any connections. Now, I don't do this as much in Florida as I used to in Tennessee because we would get lots of cold snaps when I would travel in the winter time. And this never happened to me, but it did happen to my brother. He left for a little bit and came home to a burst pipe and a flooded dining room. So definitely let's make sure that we check our faucets if they need to drip for a little bit or put any faucet covers on the outside faucets. Make sure to do that. Check the weather. See if you're going to have any cold snaps before you leave for your cruise, because we definitely don't want to come home to any pipes bursting and floods in our house. Number four, arrange for lawn care or mowing your yard or anything like that. Now, usually what I do is if we are only going to be gone for a week, we'll mow the yard the day before. If we're going to be gone for 2 or 3 weeks, then I'll pay a neighbor or a friend or somebody to come by and cut the grass. And I like to have it cut like usually right before we come back, so the house is not only fresh and clean on the outside, but also fresh and clean on the inside as well. Now, number 5 on the list is pausing any mail or packages. Now, you can pause your mail by going to USPS.com, and that I do recommend doing that even if you're gone for just a few days, just so your mail's not stacking up, making sure that you don't have any packages left on your doorstep. I have a neighbor that will come by and pick up any packages or check my mail, but you definitely want to make sure that you either are pausing all of that or you do have somebody that comes by and is picking up your packages and checking your mail for you. Number 6 on the list is checking your thermostat. Now, I do like to set my thermostat and turn it up while we are gone. And I do turn the timer on it to come on a couple hours before we come home. So the air conditioner is going right before we come home. So the house is not only nice and clean and fresh, but cool and comfortable. So we can just drop our luggage and sit down and relax. So just to kind of save a little bit of energy, I make sure that the thermostat is set to stay up while we are gone. Now, number 7 on my list is arranging for pet care. I have 2 cats and a dog. So I have an English Mastiff, and I wish I could take him on my travels with me, but he is 200 pounds, and yeah, that is not going to be possible. So if you have animals, make sure that you are arranging for anybody to come into your home, taking care of your animals, or if you are boarding your animals, making sure that they have everything they need. This also leads me into the one thing that I forgot. Like I said, I do have an English Mastiff and 2 cats, and I did leave them at home because at the time my brother was living 5 doors down from me. And so it was okay for him to come in and check on our dog and our cats a couple of times a day, and everything was good. Now, let me tell you, I did not purchase Wi-Fi while I was on the cruise, and our very last day on the cruise, we were in Mexico, and on my cell service, I do get cell service while we are in Mexico. So I decided to come off airplane mode for some reason and thought, hey, let me check my messages here. And yes, I received this message here. My brother tells me that the house is fine, the animals are fine, but he has no clue as to what happened and how the ceiling fell through. So you can only imagine how my mind is racing here. But upon getting home and doing a little bit of investigation, I go upstairs to find that the attic door was opened a little bit. Yes, it was my fault. I did not close the attic door all the way, and one of the animals, if not all of them, got into the attic while we were gone. Now, I did find a doggy footprint in the attic upstairs. And I also found a box of party streamers pulled out, and party streamers everywhere, strewn all over the insulation in the attic. And these are the suspects here. I questioned them and I could not get a confession out of any of them. If you have any ideas or any theories of what you think may have happened, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts here. But yeah, that was something interesting to come home to from our cruise. But we got it all cleaned up. But I tell you what, I will never forget to make sure that attic door is secure and closed from now on. That is the last thing here on my list. But let me know if you have ever come home to any wild and crazy homecomings from your cruise. If you found this fun, helpful at all, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.